Good afternoon. You are listening to KPCA LP Petaluma, California, 103.3 FM and online at kpca.fm. This is Let's Make a List. I'm your host, Philip Lehman Brown. I went with the full Philip that time because we have
that was
we
the
have extra
fullest
time.
Philip I've heard, actually.
It's Friday. Relax. Take your time. Say your whole name. We're with you for only 57 minutes. We have to hurry because we don't. I have a lot to say, but I don't have much time to say it. You get the joke, guys? This is. Take your time. Hurry.
Okay,
get it?
I got it.
Two contradictory things. I'm tall. I'm short. You get it?
Yes. No.
Oh. Hey, that was one of our guests. I'll get to him in a second. This is Let's Make a List, a show where we talk about pop culture related things and pop culture things. Movies, books, music, video games, TV, stuff like that. Make lists. And then we talk about our choices. Usually I have guests. When I don't have guests, I usually play some music and talk about the music I choose. But today, we have two guests. Returning guests. I will give them the best introduction possible. This is my mom, Kathleen, and this is my brother, Chris.
Hi.
Hey, they have been on this show. Mom, you have not been on Mixtape, though, have you?
No, my music and your music, you go, ugh.
Yeah, that's not true.
That's not true at all. I'll take it back. I'm sorry.
We had the episode about musicals, and I didn't like a lot of the musicals that people talked about, but it was still fun, and I liked hearing about it. What was I going to say? You haven't been on any other KPCA shows either.
Mm-mm.
All right.
I haven't
Phil,
been
have
on any
you?
radio shows.
Yeah, for like a minute,
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
You were really good on that.
Thanks. So, before we get to our important topics of the day, which is movie franchises, I feel like I've already talked about this some when I was making a list. I think I've already done an episode very close to this topic, but I'm not sure, so whatever. And it was with different people probably, and it might have been just like a small part, might have not been the main part of a show. I don't know.
Well, we talked about doing it
yeah.
a couple of months ago, but then it didn't work out.
Oh, that's probably why.
Yeah.
I need to find my notes for that to see if they match my new notes.
New notes.
I'll find that later, after the show. So I want to talk about a couple things first. First, did you know there's a Karate Kid TV show now?
No.
No.
Yeah. It takes place, I think, like 30 years later or whatever.
Oh, so it's like
And it's getting really good reviews. Yeah. I just saw that existed. I went, huh. And that's it. And Ralph Macchio's in it.
Huh.
And some
he's
people.
in a lot of shows that I watch, and I enjoy him on there.
He's good.
The thing that's funny is that when this thing you do before our list, because I'm prepared for the list, and then I'm always like, oh, what's he going to say? What's he going to ask me? Oh, no. And then you go, that was an easy one. I went like, no, I didn't know that. So I'm really relaxed now.
I'm looking through my files. So let's make a list. So we were going to do... No, it was music topics. So that's not it. Album openers, that wasn't it.
I thought you were going to do this after the show.
No, this is good.
Okay.
I don't know where I saved it. Oh, here we go. Franchises. Oh, this is gonna be interesting.
Let's hope.
I started this list November 28th at 9:51 a.m.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
You were probably full
So
of
that's
turkey.
probably
at the
when that
time.
was.
Guys, I'll use my notes from that. The Grammys just happened. That's the nominees. Anything else?
What I want for Christmas? We're still November, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had a trivia topic, but I didn't do anything. The topic is a Stephen King book or something I made up. I think I probably
did do that.
I did do that
yeah.
probably,
Yeah.
but I started over. So now we got the Karate Kid business out of the way. One thing I want to ask.
That's not on my list today, by the way. The
Oh.
Karate Kid franchise.
Oh, okay. We talked about... It's not on mine either. We talked about... Chris and I think we had an episode a few months ago where we talked about our favorite and least favorite books we had to read in school. So I was thinking, if I was given the power of school... What's that? Like the principal or super... Who do you think decides... Well, who do you think decides what books schools read?
Book manufacturers.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's say you were a book manufacturer and you had that power. And there was a high school and said, we don't know, we have to start over. We lost all our books. We need new books. What books should we require students read? What are some that you think would be good that you would pick? What do you think would be
need
good?
A little time
I
to
feel like that.
about
Yeah,
something
that's
a tough
that's a
one.
reasonable question,
Yeah,
but I don't.
Trying to think, yeah, trying to I thought about it for about 4 minutes. 1984, I think, is a good one.
Probably, yeah.
But I'm like, I don't read many books that all the books I pretty much read are for
What about the
very kind
Zodiac
of niche. Yeah, and that and like Helter
Everybody has to-
Skelter. I'm like, I don't think
You
high
know,
schoolers need
but
to read
Grapes
about
of Wrath
that.
is one you were supposed to read. I thought that was a good one, worthwhile to read. A little
Yeah,
dull, but it's it's a history book that it's fun to read. You know what I mean?
I agree.
It wasn't fun for me, but again, I
Yeah,
was in high school
I
at
never
the time.
finished.
Yeah.
I never finished a book in high school.
Yeah,
But now I just read all the time.
not even the good book.
Oh, honey. There is one I thought about when I was reading it after I got done, and several times I've thought about it, is Angela's Ashes. That
Oh,
one,
yeah.
that would be
I
a
should
really,
read
I
that.
think that's an important one that people should read all over the world, really, but in the United States and England for sure.
Oh, I read Night. That was one that should have been.
K&I?
I'm happy I did.
Oh, yeah, okay.
No, I think it was just, wasn't it just N?
Yeah. I
it
don't
was
know that
about
one.
it was people who went to a during the Holocaust went to the camp. What's it called?
Auschwitz?
It might be Auschwitz, but what kind of internment? No,
The
internment camp?
concentration camp?
Concentration. Jesus, what's the internment camp?
That's like where they put the Japanese.
Okay, so
hold
yeah,
them
concentration camp. But okay, yeah, I couldn't think of the word. So that one I actually felt was a good one to read. I'm trying to think. It's tough to think of ones because I just think of the ones we already were assigned in school, and I go, well, they were boring for me.
Well, the thing
I
about
don't
Angela's
know.
Ashes, it's a work to
Yeah.
read just because he uses so much slang, but it's a history book, but it's written from a point of view that's
Yeah.
really interesting.
That seems a good idea.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Oh, dictionary.
No,
Yeah, it
lots
depends
of
on-
words.
They have like
Have it on your
abridged
phone.
ones that are pretty good, but the big ones are boring.
I remember that I was in the yearbook
They should
class.
mix up
and-
the order so it's not just so
Yeah.
predictable.
That's a good idea. And same with thesaurus size. They should in the thesaurus they should to keep people on their toes switch the synonym and
Yeah.
antonym. Is that how you say it?
Anthony.
Yeah, Anthony. In 8th grade, I took yearbook class where we designed the yearbook, which meant we spent all year doing it, and then 2 weeks before it was due, the teacher said, "You guys did it all wrong," and redid the whole thing. It's like, all right, not the whole thing, but most of it.
So you should have read a yearbook. You're saying?
Then no, this is what we did in that class. What we would kill time because a lot of times it would be like you'd make the design. You had like a grid, and you'd show what pictures go where on the grid, and you'd outline things with pencil and stuff, and you'd be like, okay, it's designed. And then what we did was, I remember we'd kill time. Like once, I think Nick and I we spent the whole class doing a fantasy basketball draft for video games later we could play. And one time I said, I'm going to look up dictionary in the dictionary. That, for some reason, I feel like took a long time. And the teacher came over. The teacher was like, she was nice, but she just seemed annoyed with everyone all the time because there wasn't much
wonder
work
why.
to do, I think. And she was just like, do work. And I was like, but there's nothing to do. She goes, but anyway, and then she came over and she was like, what are you guys doing? Because we were obviously not doing work. And so I just went, I'm looking up the word dictionary in the dictionary. And she just started cracking up. And then she just left. It was like, all right, I got on her good
You
side. Yeah. I was just like, she's going to get
Yeah.
mad at me. But no. So yeah, that seems like a good book to read. It's a tough.
I feel like
thing
there's so many
choice
good
to make.
answers that I can't.
Like,
I can't
is
come
To
up
Kill a
with.
Mockingbird a good one? Probably. I don't know.
I would think so. Yeah. But again, I don't remember. I'll probably call in with an answer next week. Is that
Yeah.
okay?
Yes.
Because yeah, most of the books I read are just very niche kind of things that are specific to my interests.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if it's just to read a book, then they should just say read books you like to read. But
Yeah.
they don't, like maybe like how you started with books about musicians. That was
Yeah,
an
that helped-
interest you had, and then that got you into reading.
Yeah.
you know?
They would do that some. I think like once a year you get to pick your own. Sometimes they would give you a list. You pick from the list, and you go down the list, and you go, "This is a boring list." Not like this show. I go over exciting lists.
No, that's right.
Yeah, and I don't know. I just was really it's like I feel like I critique and criticize schools and the books they make people read in my head and out loud pretty often, and then I realize I don't know if I'd be able to actually. If I researched it, if I spent more than 4 minutes, I'd probably come up with something that'd be better. So, whatever. So, next up on our list of things to talk about is the public domain movie of the week.
Oh yeah, I keep
This
forgetting.
was a
I like
close
this
one.
part.
This was the thing about this show is, yes, it's about pop culture, it's about these lists, but it's also about our lives and what we go through as members of Petalum's community.
How's this movie? What do you mean it's close?
What?
You said this movie's close.
Did I
What?
don't remember saying that.
You said this is a close one.
I thought he said
Oh,
this is a hard one.
this was a close one. I almost I cut myself off.
Oh, ouch.
I almost did not watch a movie because I was planning on watching it yesterday, and then my whole day filled up with DMV stuff, and then today I had to get a car smogged. But I went, and then other stuff, and then I realized, oh yeah, there are some short films that are in the public domain.
That's
Just
true.
I watched a 27-minute
Okay.
documentary made by the U.S. War Department in 1945 called "The Action at Angar." I think I'm pronouncing it right.
Okay.
Angar, maybe?
Angar.
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 I think so.
Angar.
But, you know, what do I know? I wasn't
It's
even alive yet.
it's an island.
Anger.
It's an island down in it's the Palau Islands, Palau, I think. Me. Anyway, so it was a 27-minute documentary made by the U.S. War Department following one large group of soldiers from Hawaii, where they were first stationed, and then going out on their adventure. And then just what it was like briefly on the boat when they're going there, and then the actual battle. Like, they had lots of footage on the battle, and then slightly a little bit after. This was, I thought it'd be like, oh, watch it, and then it'll just be like regular kind of maybe propaganda-y, whatever military stuff I've seen in school a lot. 27 minutes, so this made me, I have more notes for this than I think for any other movie I watched. Boredom score 2. Not great for half an hour, but whatever. It is
I
what it
have
is.
to interrupt with a question.
Yeah.
Do you make notes during watching it, or is it afterwards, or do you pause it and do you count those pauses?
If I pause or make notes, I do not count that.
Okay.
Because I'm still focused on the thing.
Okay.
I do that some. Most of the notes are taken during.
Okay.
Usually I plan to just sit down and watch, and then I go, if something pops up I don't forget,
Right.
I'll make a note. Because these are important things that I write
Yes.
down. So it's a public domain movie, 1945. It was filmed in late 1944. Actual battle that lasted for, I think, a month or so. Yeah, a lot of thoughts. First, the only black people in it were performers, which was like kind of interesting. They had
Oh, you mean
on the
like-
boat, yeah, they showed in the footage, and it was all like dubbed over with people narrating what was
Okay,
going
yeah.
on, and they dubbed over like some of what people were supposed to be saying. So it was like really serious subject, but it really made it feel kind of America's Funniest Home Videos a little bit, and it was an odd juxtaposition, I guess.
They didn't have America's Home Video back then.
Yeah, right.
and so they didn't feel that way, probably.
Yeah. So it took me out of it at times where it felt a little fake, but it wasn't, because it had people acting, we're doing voice acting, and it was, how people
I
acted
think
back
that was
then.
a really common way to do that, though.
It was not
documentaries.
weird.
Yeah.
It was just because it's dated and because the acting is like that, it just felt a little weird. But the only black people on the boat they're talking about how they kill time, and just a bunch of like all the soldiers are white watching two black people box. It was like, okay, and then they had another black person dancing, and it was like that was the only thing in the whole time, and it was like, all right, that's weird, or it, whatever.
Yeah,
And then the only women in the whole thing were when they're Hawaii. I think morale thing. They're watching women dance on stage, and then they showed footage of people at the beach in Hawaii, and they even made a comment about like. You can go to the beach, blah, 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 and if you're lucky, hook up basically with one of these. It's like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
And so it started kind of light in that. No pun. That's whatever. But anyway, did I just make a racist pun?
A little bit, but it was unintentional.
But yeah, it was. But so it was kind of light, where it shows them like hanging out, and they're like hazing each other and stuff like that on the boat. And they were going like, the people we didn't know where we were going, so we were trying to distract ourselves with things. And then they'd learn little bits, and they go, okay, we're going here. These people are going to this island, and when they have control of that, we're going to this small island in Angar.
Angar, I think.
Angar, thank you.
I don't know though.
It sounds right. Was the small island they were going to, and they showed footage of the battle, and there was a huge battle, and there ended up being 260 American soldiers killed and 1,350 Japanese soldiers killed on a 3-mile long island.
Wow.
And they showed a lot of dead Japanese people, and it was just like, and it was 1945, and it was like the music even is like when you watch movies now and they show like Captain America does like a propaganda film or something like that, and it was like part of it. I was going, oh, okay, just showing some of the actual horrors of war and things like that, and these are things that were interesting. They kept calling the Japanese soldier a derogatory racist slur that I don't know if I can say on the radio. And I was looking online, and that around that time is when in the US and stuff it became a derogatory term, and they used that term a lot in the video. And they called the soldiers monkeys and little apes, the Japanese soldiers. And they talked about they know how to hide like the murdering weasels they are. This is a US War Department.
Sounds right.
Yeah. Thing. And it was one of those things, and then at the end it was saying support them by buying war bonds, and the final shot was just buy war bonds really big.
Yeah.
So I went through a lot of emotions watching this thing because it just reminds you of what war is, and you have to think of what it was like back then. And with World War II, it's such a different kind of war. It appears, and it seems that the wars that have been going on over the last 20 years, and
I like that you still managed to get bored and look at your phone twice.
Yeah, so that was like the first half.
Okay.
Well,
Or
one of them
also
was
known as the first 15 minutes.
Yeah. One of them I got a phone call, and then after I hung up the phone call, I checked my email. So I counted that as one.
Yeah.
But it's just it's interesting, but like disturbing and disgusting at the same time, where wars are this. I'm not saying anything that hasn't been said a lot, but I'm going to say it anyway, where it's so much of it is a few individual small people that fighting for power or disagreeing about things, or they have some kind of agenda that most likely does not help the country that they're representing. This was a different time. This isn't me saying like U.S. should not have gotten involved with World War II or anything like that, because I wasn't there. I don't know. But is this what you wanted to be on the show for, Mom? You look just like, ugh. Real quick, I thought that'd help me get back on track, what I was saying.
That's silly.
Yeah. But this video it's such... It really shows how much they they would get these people, if they didn't already think so, to get these soldiers to hate the other soldiers, when it's really people who have no relationship and it's really people. They call them the enemy and kill the enemy, and it's so they shouldn't be the enemy. It's so crazy, just weird how people have done that, where you can see this thing and they just made these people want it. They will do anything to kill each other when it's other people that are pulling the strings and there's stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. It's just like when the election was going on. It's the exact same thing here.
Yeah,
that's just like ugh.
And so, and I can
different people to hate though.
Yeah. Now, yeah. And I'm not. Again, I with World War II, it was with Nazis and stuff. It's a if you know. If I could see myself being younger, there are these people, the Nazis going around torturing and killing millions of Jewish people, I'd be like, yeah, we have to use force to stop them, you know? And so that I don't get that feeling about the wars that have happened in the last 20 years or so. But it's just, there's still that kind of, that propaganda and have like brainwashing, and it's just really interesting, and I think in a kind of a depressing way, but interesting to see an example of something from that time and see how the war was presented and
Right.
So that was
what
more
was
like a
shown and revealed.
commercial
or not.
than a
Yeah,
documentary.
it was very
okay.
it was very much a
Interesting.
commercial, but it
So it was
was
probably
a
should
well
before a
done
movie, maybe, or
Maybe
it was
it's
at
kind of
civic-
long
maybe-
for that. So I don't know.
Maybe at
Maybe.
civic
I think
organizations.
oh,
played
could
there were
be.
a lot of I think there were a lot of things that you just go to the theater and watch.
I don't-
Your
I
collection
don't know.
of stuff. I don't know.
Oh,
I
could
don't
be
know.
like
But I'm
it's
thinking
like
maybe they
cereals and
showed
stuff.
it at, like, organizations would have you
Sure,
come
yeah,
and see
yeah.
it like at the city,
Yeah.
civic center or something.
But yeah, I kind of it was it made me think,
Yeah.
which is what most of the movies make me go like, well, maybe they didn't have better microphones back then. But this was like, oh, it's interesting to see how
Yeah.
people deal with anything. But
Yeah.
another thing is thinking, I was going 1945 feels like such a long time ago, and I go, all right, I was born in 1985, so it's 40 years before that, and then it's not too far off from 40 years from when I was born. I don't feel like I was born in World War II. So it's like, if you think about it, in 7 years, I'll be as old as World War II.
Boy, that didn't make sense.
But it made you think.
By the way, I thought that was a really great way to see a movie in the limited time you had.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was good problem solving.
There are a few more like that, and I'm gonna not
Use them
get
for
in the habit of
emergencies?
watching these. Yeah.
Yeah.
It does not go on my rankings because it's such a different kind of movie.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know how to rank it. Like, it
Well,
had
two.
pretty amazing. It had a lot of amazing footage, and it was cut together in a way where it told a story and everything. It was a lot of horrible, disgusting stuff in it, and the way it was presented was horrible in many ways. But
What was it called?
battle. Oh nope, action at Angar. Mom might agree. She doesn't know how to say it.
I don't know how to
I
say
don't
it.
know. It's on YouTube. It's interesting to watch. I don't know. Maybe I've recommended just it's if you feel like watching that.
It's a history lesson in itself and in its art form.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
because
Yep.
you get a history lesson of what it was like, how they were selling war bonds back then.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So, and it's like the whole 27 minutes talking about this, and it didn't talk about the actual reasons that the war was going on really at all. It was just, these are the enemies, you gotta go kill these, and then they used derogatory terms. It was, yeah. All right.
So that was basically a commentary for the entire movie you just did.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's talked about for, 20 minutes?
Yeah.
15, something like that. All right, should we go to our fun trivia time?
Okay.
All right, everyone, reset. Not trivia, sorry. Fun franchise.
Oh yeah, list.
Main list thing. All right. So we're talking about our favorite film franchises.
In case you're just joining us.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think I cheated, but for me, I looked at specifically movies, but there are some things where out of the movies grew other things like toys and shows and comics and things like that I didn't know I had to include basically in with my that affected my choice.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Yeah.
But I think
I
our
didn't know
only,
how to separate
our
it
only
totally.
actual rule has to have at least 3 movies, right?
Oh, did we? Okay,
Yeah.
good to know.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I was going to say what made something a franchise. That was from a while ago.
Yes.
We made that rule, not
Yeah.
this time.
Right, but it came up again.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
I missed it.
This
sorry.
morning, I think. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm
That's all
probably
right.
asleep.
I think the middle of the night I put it on the phone.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I have
that limited in some interesting ways for mine.
Yeah.
But then.
I have 8.
So mine are in order, but the thing I'm noticing is I really like all the ones I noticed. I mean, I mentioned. You know,
Okay.
it's like my list only. It's not like if it's 10th on the list of 10 doesn't mean
It's your least favorite. It means you
I
like
like
it
them
that
all
much. Yeah.
almost as much as the others.
Chris's water bottle is leaking more than usual.
I don't know what I mean.
Don't worry, I'm not getting on any
Okay.
equipment or anything. I'm drinking away from everything, but still.
Yeah, it was all over me.
Okay, I'll
got on
talk-
my finger.
Want me to talk while you
Yo.
drink?
I'm done drinking. You can talk, though.
Well, I have the most, right?
I
Yes.
have 19.
Oh, he has 19.
I don't have the most.
But I
then.
don't. They're not like I want to go through all of them. They're
I
just,
have 8. Should we do... Let's do 10.
Oh,
And when we get to 8, I'll do it. All right?
Okay, the bottom of my list is Toy Story.
Yes.
I like those.
I like it a lot. I
just
forgot
think-
to put
and
that in mind.
You
I
like
just-
talk about Toy Story at least like twice a month. I
Yeah, I
think, so
didn't
it's
think
weird.
it was a franchise.
I
for
don't
some
ever
reason.
go back and watch any of them, but I just know that I enjoyed them when I watched them.
Yeah, I love them all. That goes on my list. Sorry, I have 9 now.
Oh yeah, good job.
I have 9
Good job.
guys.
We're almost caught up to
We
you.
can add some more then.
All right.
Jackass.
The movies?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
This
the
has to
first
be
2 a lot. The
movies.
third one I was kind of bored with.
I understand that.
But-
I'm not arguing away from that. I'm just saying.
Okay, that's my number 10. Jackass movie's number 10. The third was in 3D, but like most 3D movies, after 5 minutes, you don't notice any
I
difference.
still kind of like 3D movies, but yeah, that one didn't need it at all, and it wasn't as good as the other two.
Okay.
But still, it's like we're not. I don't know.
It was still, it felt a little bit less organic to me.
Yeah.
Even though all the things are pretty much
Yeah.
designed and stuff, that one I think felt a little bit more forced. And part of it
Yeah.
might have been because there was no alcohol on set.
Right.
Because Steve-O he had a drug
That's
and alcohol problem.
The one
so
thing
they did that.
they weren't willing to do anymore.
And so, yeah. So that was like when you hear it, I go, it's nice. But then at the same time, it's like it felt a little bit like sometimes they were forcing themselves to really
Yeah.
get into it. But whatever. They made the TV show and 2 movies I love.
So far, we're on par. You and me have the exact same list.
Yeah.
Okay.
My next one was the Santa Claus.
I
Oh.
considered
I like
that.
I
You've seen all
those.
3 of them? I've only seen the first 2.
I really like those.
Third one was with Martin Short, and he's the Iceman or Jack Frost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is, even if it
Iceman.
wasn't as good, I still think that those are fun movies, and
Yeah,
I
I
like
agree.
that concept, and that's why I put it on my list.
That's true. The first
then-
one I like a lot. The second one's pretty good.
I think I saw the
like
third one, and I don't remember anything
I don't
about it.
think
other
I
than,
saw it.
I remember enough to think I saw it, but I don't remember if I had an opinion. But yeah, X-Men.
Oh yes.
I like a lot of I
The
like
Levendale
most of
film?
the X-Men movies.
Yeah. Okay. My list is weird, but
Is yours like just like types of cereal and stuff?
There wasn't a toy for that. There was for X-Men.
they have Mario cereal now. I've almost bought it like 3 times, but I'm like I,
didn't know
don't
that.
need all that. I already have enough sugar. I don't need to add that much more. But I'll get it at some point. I got
Yeah.
lemon drops yesterday, so it's
Yeah,
okay if I
that's-
get sugar cereal. Well, if I get sugar cereal, then I know that I will go, oh, this is going to be my breakfast. Lemon drops, I won't do that. I'll be like, I need to eat something else too.
Some other fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what's the one
Yeah.
that's actually on your list now?
Well, okay.
we're at
Oh, we're
his
still
Toy
on
Story.
9?
now.
Yeah, my
Oh,
Toy
yeah,
Story
that's right.
is my number. No, Toy Story is number 8. So
Oh,
I
it
still have
moved up
number
one?
9
Oh,
because it's better than my number 9,
okay.
Jurassic Park.
Yep. I don't have that on mine.
First movie, classic.
Yes.
Second movie, I think is fantastic. Third movie is fun to watch. Jurassic World, I think is horrible. That brings it way down the list.
I forgot about the Jurassic Parks. I love the first one. I thought
Yeah,
that was my
that's-
favorite
that's
movie.
just-
That's just such a good movie.
Yeah, it is.
For me, Moo. That's just one where I go like, I'm totally fine with it just being the one movie, and then I'm done. Where do you want me to be?
No, you're good.
Yeah.
You're good.
I just don't have really any interest in the others.
You don't care about the second?
I don't. I still
was a
so
fun
many
idea.
people keep telling me I saw it, and I still don't remember seeing
I
it.
think you saw it.
I think you guys are all right.
I think
I
a lot
just don't remember it at all.
of people think the second one's horrible. I enjoyed it. I think I was the perfect age for it too, and I liked that they took the dinosaur out off of the island some and brought it into a city. It was neat. Whatever. Maybe it had some cheesy stuff. I don't know, but it was neat.
Yeah, cheesy stuff.
I think the dinosaur killed everyone on the boat that was with it. It was like the boat showed up and they're like, "Where's the crew?" And then dinosaur went, "Rrr," and opened it up, or they opened it up and the
Are you
dinosaur
thinking of
came out.
Dracula?
No,
Okay.
I think no.
Okay.
Is Nosferatu the Dracula story?
Yeah, but they didn't have the rights or something, so they changed the name
Oh,
and stuff.
okay.
Yeah.
That movie, watching 5 minutes of it, I think it's not a movie, but watching the whole thing, I'd probably be pretty darn bored.
Yeah, I get that and vampire.
Oh, with the Y?
in it. I get them mixed up. Which one's which? I've seen both of them. Cannot remember which is which.
Do you remember? Vampire is the one with Leslie Nielsen, right? Okay.
And the other one's the Mel Brooks one.
Yes. So Jurassic Park. What's next?
Oh, my!
I don't remember the order.
I'm going from the bottom up.
I don't remember the order of us.
So you're not going to like this.
Oh, yes, you went
You're not going to like that this is so low on my list. But remember, my list is almost like all the same. Okay.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
You made a
Ghostbusters,
sandwich.
the
Oh
Ghostbusters.
my god. That's okay. That one just barely made it. There are only 3 movies.
I know.
That was close.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters
But-
is number 19 on my list.
Well, remember though,
barely made it.
but franchises for me, I don't. Most of the movies that have 15 of them, I just don't like them at all.
Yeah.
I might as well spoil it. That's my number 1.
I figured.
I'm shocked.
No, number 2. Sorry, it's my number
Oh,
2. I know
ew.
it's surprising, but it's my number 2. Ghostbusters 1 and 2, my 2 favorite movies.
Yeah.
They will have that spot even if I see movies that are better than those. Those will probably stay as my number 1
Right.
and number 2. But that a big part of that I had to include the real Ghostbusters cartoon, all the
Yeah.
toys,
Yeah.
even the comics.
And if you include that stuff, it
For
moves
me,
up
that
mine a bit.
yeah, I had because it
Even though
it
those 2
spawned
movies are
all
still
that
my
stuff.
favorite parts, it's just
Yeah, me too.
like I just still don't have the interest in seeing the new one.
The new
So
one
it
is
just-
fine.
Yeah.
I liked it.
My opinion goes up and down. First time I watched it, I went, "Wow, that was good." Second time, went, "Oh, why? I thought that was not very good." And then the third time I watched it, I was like, "It's fine."
I kind of The Ring is kind of another thing where I go like, yeah, it's a franchise now, but like I really just treat
like
it, I
the-
like
yeah.
the one first
Yep.
movie. I don't want to see any more of them.
Yep. Okay, so that was your number what? 8?
Yeah.
7?
8.
Should I go to, or is it your turn?
What-
I'm sorry,
we
I just
need
don't
to-
remember
we
the order.
Need to take turns.
The same all the same time?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll say my number 8 is Toy Story. There we
Okay,
go. We already talked about it.
interesting. Mine's Star Trek. The thing is, I was not including
The
TV
shows?
at all.
Right.
TV, even if you just included it in TV, this would be this would be number 1 probably for me. But
But we're doing movies.
but
I
was
know, but I
just
screwed
counting
up.
the movies, and I feel like
yeah.
no, I just for how I made it.
No, that's
And,
the right
like,
way
I
to do
really-
it. I screwed up.
I like half of the Star Trek movies a whole lot.
You like, okay, oh yeah, I forgot to do this. I wanted to say each thing what your favorite was. Favorite movie in the franchise. Toy Story for me is 3.
I don't remember which. I probably like the first one, but it's just because it's the first one.
All right.
You regret this plan now?
traditionalist. No, it's good. No, what other Ghostbusters? Which one is
First
your
one.
favorite? Nice.
I
Same
like the
here.
second one very much.
Yeah, first one's the best. Chris, what else did you say?
Jackass, I like the first one.
Yeah, me too.
X-Men, probably First Class.
Yeah, that's the best one.
Logan, maybe?
You
Maybe
including that
Logan.
as an X-Men?
Yeah.
As X-Men?
Yeah,
Okay.
I am. Definitely am.
That is the best X-Men movie.
I think that I'm agreeing with you there.
I you'll see what I do with Marvel movies. What about Star Trek? Your favorite Star Trek movie?
First Contact, probably.
Same here. Mom?
I
Favorite
don't
Star
have to
Trek
answer
movie?
that one.
Oh, I see.
The first one was really good, but I mean, it's not on my list, so I
Yeah,
don't
no,
have to
I was just
analyze. I like pretty much all of them.
All right. Do you like Star Trek 4, Voyage Home? I like that one
I'd
a lot.
have to really go back over them to think about
Takes
that.
place in San
Sorry.
Francisco.
Yeah, I like that part of it.
It's a good movie. All right. Next on my list.
Oh, now you're going first?
No, that's not true. Mom, what's yours? Or Chris? Chris has said Star Trek. Mom, what about you?
No, that was 8. We're on 7 now, right?
Oh, goodness. Yeah, what's your 7?
The National Lampoon movies.
Oh, so are you including the vacation movies and
Christmas.
Chris? What about
and
like
European,
Animal House?
European.
No.
No. I'm talking. Oh, I'm not.
You mean
So
the
the National
vacation.
I'm
Vacation
talking about
ones?
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Cool.
should have written that.
That's
Sorry.
okay.
Yep,
Don't be sorry.
You're welcome. Anyway, so yeah, those I just think they're just fun to watch.
Yeah.
That's
Have you seen Vegas Vacation?
Yes.
It's fun to watch.
Yeah.
Have you seen? There's a sequel. I think there's another one where there's probably straight to video where Randy Quaid was the main character. It's based on his family. I have not seen that.
I haven't either. I didn't
Me
know there
neither.
was such a thing.
Might have been Vegas Vacation 2. I'm not sure. Did you see the new one with Ed Helms and Christina Applegate?
Did not.
Me neither. Was Christmas your favorite? At Christmas time, maybe.
I think so. Yeah, but the summer one I like very much. It's the original.
Mm-hmm.
It's just really fun too. Anyway, but remember, it's just watch a movie.
Yeah.
It's not like change my life or anything. Except for my Christmas tree's a little changed because of ornaments people
Yeah.
have gotten me.
My number 7,
Yeah.
Okay, this is
All right.
whatever. I said Marvel Studios, and the thing is, because that doesn't include Logan or X-Men,
Right.
even though Logan is great, but Marvel Studios, because the last two I've loved. Most of the movies I think are fine. I enjoy them, but they're like, oh yeah, they're fun to watch. There are a few that I think are really bad. I dislike them greatly. But
Way to be positive.
Black Panther and Infinity War, I think, are both really good, and so that made me, that re-energized me, and I'm more into that world now.
Marvel's the cinematic universe is my number 6. Mostly, I think I like them less than the Star Trek movies and stuff, except that I get excited about seeing, like, it's fun to go to the theater on opening night and see a new Marvel movie, even though I don't really expect it to be great, which is something that's important.
Yeah. You're get excited because Gambit might show up at any movie.
Could be not the Marvel ones.
Wait, what was 6 for you?
Fox X-Men.
Which movie did you just mention?
That was 6 was the Marvel. I was just mentioning it because he brought it up.
What's your favorite?
Probably Captain America: Civil War.
That's a good one. That's
Yeah.
probably number 4 for me.
I think that's probably true for you.
Have you seen any of them? Do you care?
It is the one with Loki and Thor. Are those that part of that franchise?
Yeah.
I really like those.
The Avengers movie or the Thor movie, I think.
The Thor.
There are 3
movie
Thor
and-
movies.
Yeah.
Well, the Thor and then with Loki. I really enjoy those. They're fun.
The 3rd Thor, Ragnarok, I think is the best Thor one.
That was from the Flintstones, right?
Yes. The first Thor movie, do not like.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I found that taking naps during it makes it
nice.
go a lot faster.
It's like stretching your legs on long road trips.
Yeah. Just don't watch parts of it.
All right, who's next?
So well, here's the thing: I still have done my 7.
You should do yours.
I'm going to do my 7, which is the Muppet movies.
That is on my list at number 5.
It's my
Nice.
number 6. So
Hey, there we go, guys.
We're getting totally
those
mixed
are
up
good
here.
movies.
Yeah.
They are. My favorite. It was a tough one, but Muppets Christmas Carol.
Okay, yeah. I thought there's a pretty obvious favorite that's the same one for me, and that's what
Muppet movie?
I was thinking you were gonna.
Wait, what?
I was thinking you were gonna say that, and I was like, "What? Are you gonna pick a different movie as your favorite?"
Oh no.
Yeah,
Christmas
that's
Carol is, and then that's your favorite
Yeah,
too, Christmas
yes.
Carol? You?
I don't know. I really like them all so much. Probably the one that Great Muppet Caper.
Yeah.
I really like that
That's
one.
the one I know the least for some reason.
Yeah.
I love Muppet Movie and Muppets Take Manhattan are probably tied for my second.
Yeah.
Or maybe Muppets Most Wanted might be tied there too. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Who's got another thing?
I have another thing, but mine's probably way up higher on somebody else's list.
Oh.
The X-Files franchise.
Ooh, you failed.
Mom, it's only 2 movies.
Sorry,
Oh.
there aren't 3 movies.
Are you sure?
You have to leave
Yeah.
now.
Okay, well, I'm going to leave it right there anyway
Okay.
because
Yeah.
Sounds good.
it's got the S at the end.
Well,
It's
if we
Files.
get to, that's true. Then move all of mine down 1 so that I
Okay,
can put
okay.
that one at top
Okay.
as an honorary illegal position.
Yeah.
I
Well-
followed the rules, kind of.
Well, there's like 80 shows. That counts as a movie.
Yeah, right.
That's true.
No, it doesn't though.
How many
That's the
episodes
thing.
are there? Like 120 or something?
More than that now, right?
148.
I don't know.
Probably 164.
Probably that many.
All right.
That's why it's X.
Man. Files. All right,
your
what
next
have we...
one?
What? Yeah.
So wait, that was your 6? 5?
I've done...
Did you do your 6 yet, Phil?
No.
You should do your 6
Muppet
yet.
was his 5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Muppets was 5. My 6 is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That one is lower on my like 12,
Okay.
like exactly 12.
The first 1 and 2 are great.
Yes,
3 is fun to watch.
ish.
4 is great. TMNT.
4 Yeah. Yes.
5, 6, haven't seen it.
Yeah.
And that's another one with the toys and the show and everything and
Yeah.
video games.
Yeah. Well, that's the
added to
the
mine.
fact that I really, really, really like 3 of those movies and then dislike one and hate one and haven't seen the other one means it just can't be in my top 10.
You dislike the third one?
Yeah, but I don't
It's not
hate
great,
it.
but
It's
it's
just
fun to watch.
it feels like a direct to video
It does.
thing that they just felt lazy and I don't have real affection for it.
Yeah, that's a good point. Seems
But,
seems like something you'd love though. Whatever.
I really like the 1, 2, and as you call it, 4.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have affection for those because you guys
Right.
liked it so much, and you had so many toys, and you dressed like them and stuff. And they talk about pizza.
Just
And they
Casually
taught
dressed
us
like
and they taught us
pajamas,
self-defense.
right? Pajamas. That's right.
Taught us self-defense.
Yeah.
We're safer now because of that.
We have the
you got the
bandanas.
moves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, if you have a sword, don't stab anyone. Just everything you can with the sword except
Yeah.
stab.
But if you have something blunt, hit everything.
Yeah, that obviously isn't on my list.
Yeah.
I guess that's good that they didn't just kill everybody.
Yeah, but it was unrealistic.
Yeah, it's true.
What should we do now? Are we all
Are we all done with 5?
no?
No, I haven't said my 5.
You
yes,
did.
I have.
Yes,
It was
you
Muppets.
Yeah. The Matrix.
Oh yes.
That's one that would be more than any of the other ones below this. If they made a new Matrix movie, I'd be that excited. You know,
I'd be
I
excited.
really want to go see that again.
They're gonna make a new Bill and Ted movie. It looks like it's getting even closer now.
We'll see.
Like there's another thing
Was that
saying
Bill
it's
and Ted
actually
the
greenlit.
Golden Years? What is it?
I don't remember, but it
I really
I
want
can't
it to
remember
be.
what they said. But no, it takes
Yeah.
place to them the age they are
Yeah.
now.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
And that's how I went. Yeah.
And they just have been, I guess, getting funding and stuff has taken a while. But
Yeah.
the creator and then the two main people are like friends, and they actually over the years have met together and come up with ideas and talk about stuff.
Yeah.
And then there was a story in like Variety or Hollywood Reporter or something recently, a photo shoot and a story saying that it's greenlit, it's ready to go. So we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, the
Yeah,
Matrix.
Matrix. I like the first movie a lot. Second and third I like, but I find myself getting confused and I don't like when I'm confused.
Confused
like
by
that.
trying to tell them apart, or
the
confused
the
while you're watching
story,
it?
watching it, the story, I get a little confused, and like the symbolism and stuff. I go, this means something more than what it is. I'm not quite
symbolism
sure what.
takes
though.
over it a bit.
Yeah.
In a weird.
But I still like them.
way
But
that
They
I
look
get, yeah.
cool.
they really do. Yeah,
And I like the Animatrix too.
I've seen some of those. Yeah, we're fine.
Yep. The end.
Where's Matrix on yours?
Oops.
Oh, okay. What you got next?
I have The Godfathers.
That's good, but I haven't seen the third, so no spoilers. You can spoil it. It's
They're
fine.
Italian. It's kind of like your Mario cereal. But I really like the Godfather movies very much. Even though I like enough so that all the people that say that one of them's bad, I don't know which one that is.
Oh, really?
I can never
The third one.
remember which one it is. You know.
So
'cause
you
I
like okay?
them.
You like all three? Nice. I've only seen the first two, and I like them a lot.
I've only seen the first one.
They're very rich
my
to me.
favorite.
It's kind of like
Yeah.
reading a book, but you're watching it.
Yeah.
Have you read the book?
No,
Have you watched the book?
I've looked at the book.
There we go.
4.
Sure.
Female convict scorpion.
Never heard of it.
Japanese 70s exploitation movie series that starts out like a really weird, surreal women in prison thing that turns into kind of a Man with No Name, Clint Eastwood thing where she just kind of... It all is about, escaping prison and getting revenge on the horrible guards and stuff, but it's just these weird, bold colors and strange semi-dream sequences and stuff that it turns into this kind of weird dream state, like meditation on are people or animals and how they react to each other, and it's just it's a really weird, intriguing kind of. The main character doesn't really get in. It's all a little bit like the Mad Max stuff, a little bit, where it's just kind of like he doesn't get involved that much. It's just enough to show what this situation she's moving through is, and it's weird.
Is it from her point of view?
I
I mean, do you see stuff that's going on that she doesn't know about?
Yeah, I think so.
How many movies
4?
are they? Is it linear, all one story?
They're each pretty much a separate story, but they do take place in order and
Same
kind
similar
of
characters and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you think Quentin Tarantino was influenced at all, or likes
Yes.
it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's very much so. The theme song for I think the first one is the song that plays at the end credits of Kill Bill 2, I think.
Oh, okay. Ended it with where it all began. So your number 4 was Shrek.
Yep.
All right. Should I say my number 4?
You should.
Star Trek. We already went over it.
Yeah.
I screwed up. First Contact's my favorite. I include the TV shows and stuff in my mind. I screwed up. Move on.
I don't think you screwed up. Yours is just tainted.
That Thanks, Mom. What's your number 4? Did you already say?
Yes,
So what's your number 3 then?
I would say that would be Back to the Future.
Don't. That's my number
Dun.
3 also.
Oliver Twins.
The first one's the best.
I'm
Hi,
sorry,
three.
you guys.
First one's the best. Growing
Yeah.
up, the third one's my
Yeah.
favorite. The first one's the best.
Yeah,
First one's the best. Mine's down a little lower.
Yeah,
Oh.
like not in the top 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
I did just think that's just a fun
Yeah,
franchise.
absolutely.
I just
Yeah.
plain like it.
yep.
I have no problems with them.
And every time Dad and I go to the British car show over in Dixon, there's always a lot of DeLoreans, and every one of them has a Back to the Future license plate
Yeah.
that's some take on that, which
Yeah.
makes it fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
I was watching Friends last night, and Ross, when he turned 30, he got a red MG. It looks just like Dad's.
Oh.
Yeah. Is Back to the Future? You said like
Sorry,
it's,
it's lower
probably
than-
15.
Yeah.
Probably.
No, it's 13.
All right.
Oh, that's better. Not lucky though.
No.
No way.
No way. The Middle Earth stuff.
Oh, Lord of the Rings and The
Yeah.
Hobbit.
Yeah.
That works.
Even though I don't think the Hobbit movies are very good at all, I still there's something I can watch without needing to engage with it. I can just put it on wherever and just watch some of it. And
and without the Hobbit movies, Lord of the Rings movies just don't make sense.
right. Where's this guy coming from?
Exactly.
Why is he small? And then the Hobbit explains all of that. Those I just really like a lot, regardless of how good I think they are.
Oh,
And I really, really like the Lord of the Rings trilogy. And I'd be totally entertained and interested and excited if they were making other books in that universe too, or movies, which is another thing I took into account with these things.
they're gonna do the Lord of the Rings TV show.
Yeah. $1 billion, 5 years.
Wow.
Wow.
Amazon has money apparently.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, Mom,
What?
what do you think about Lord of the Rings?
It looks neat.
Nice. Yeah, my 3 was Back to the Future.
We're on 2. No, we're not on 2. Sorry.
I mean, I went on
Now
2,
we're
right?
on 2.
Now
Now
who's
we're on
screwed
2.
up?
Now who's on 2?
Hey, Mom, what's your number 2?
Okay.
All right.
Discounting that I already screwed up with X-Files.
All right.
This one I knew I was cheating, but I made a call and they said it was okay.
Is it going to be Our Family?
No.
McDonald's.
Those are weird guesses.
Those are weird guesses.
It's Funny Girl and Funny Lady.
Only 2 movies, but that's fine because
I
you
made
didn't
a call. But they are so good and I like them so much and I think they might be long, so they might be as long as 3 movies together. But anyway, those are 2 movies that I just love.
Do you have to? I think she has to pick another Barbra Streisand movie she wants to be.
Oh, there you go. Pick another Barbra Streisand movie.
No, because those are 2 standalones. They're so
No, but it has to be a trilogy, so you have to pick one to
Same
put it in that
character in
trilogy.
Guilt
It
Trip.
has to be in there.
Guilt Trip, same
Oh my
character.
god. She jumped a shark.
I heard Guilt Trip's okay. I heard it's kind of weird.
It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
Well, she, what about,
It's like her acting it gets so. She acts like Barbara Streisand in a character.
yeah.
That's the only thing. So.
What's the movie she did with, was it Chris Christopherson, like Next
Oh,
to a Star?
the
or something
Star
like
is
that?
Born. I
There we go,
really
yeah.
love that one, but it doesn't go with this at all.
No, it's funny.
No, it doesn't go with it. Not funny at all.
Oh, okay.
I love that movie, but that's all right.
So it's Funny Girl and Funny Lady?
Yeah, in that order.
3 guys and a funny lady.
Uh-huh.
There we go. There was a joke.
Yep.
Anyway, they're
Nice.
musicals and they're in New York and there's lots of travel and it's just I love it.
Matrix has a scene in New York, I think. I think a bunch of scenes in New York.
Yeah, I think so,
So-
but I can't even be sure. I don't remember.
Oh yeah,
Right in
Matrix
your-
is my
right in
third
your-
one.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Good idea. Yes.
Chris,
I thought all of
So the
Matrix
first
was
Matrix
like in
that
a
leads
tube or
into-
something.
My number 2 is Alien, and including the Prometheus ones.
Goodness me.
Did-
I forgot about Alien.
Oh, you're gonna have a A1.
Everything moves down.
I
Alien goes to number 4.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good.
wonder what your number 2 is. Oh, I know what it
Ew.
is. I think I know.
Number 2, I already told
Yeah.
you.
Oh, what is it?
Ghostbusters.
Oh, I thought that was your number 1.
No, I
now I know what
corrected
your
myself.
number 1 is now.
Alien movies are great.
Yeah. I think.
Alien vs. Predator 2 is your favorite? Or Requiem?
No, I
or
wasn't
whatever?
actually including those. Maybe I should have been. Probably should have been, but I wasn't. But I think the first Alien's my favorite, but
Me
still.
too. That and then Prometheus. Oh.
Yeah.
And then
That's windy in here.
Yeah.
for me it goes, this is
Raining fists.
Alien. And then Prometheus. And then, what's the newest one called?
Alien Covenant.
Covenant, yeah. And then Aliens. And then Alien 3. And then I have Alien 4. And then Alien vs. Predator, I think.
Yeah.
It's fine, but
Yeah.
you can't tell what's
I
going
like
on.
Alien 3 more than Aliens, but other than that, I agree.
All right, Mom.
I've seen them. I'm not interested.
All right.
I mean, they're fine.
So my number 2 is Ghostbusters. What's your number next?
My number 1 is Star Tour. That's just a joke.
Star Tour.
I know. I was Christmas. Anyway, you're not gonna ever. It is Gidget.
Wait, they're Gidget movies?
Yeah.
Gidget movies.
I thought, was Gidget a TV show too?
Yeah.
I only
That
know it
was
was a TV
really
show.
so. I'm including TV shows. No, I'm not.
Gidget's the one with the flying nun, right?
Yes, but she was a TV show and she was really good.
She was a TV show.
Sally Field was Gidget, and that was really good too. It was one of those TV shows from movies that didn't wreck it.
Right.
But anyway, the movies, I love those so much. They
I'm
were
surprised
so
I
much
didn't
fun.
think of that.
I haven't
And they
seen
had
them.
like 3 or
Nice.
4 different lead actors who played
Okay.
Gidget,
Oh, okay.
and it was just it was especially because
know.
when it was out, it was like as a teenager and it was younger than that even. It was just fantastic.
Was Sally Field in any of the movies?
No.
Oh, she must have been bored. Was
Right.
Sally Field or Sally Fields?
Field
Just one D?
Pretty sure. I always correct Mom, but I just say whatever the other one is usually. That's probably not true.
The cat's out of the bag. Yes. Anyway, they were always fun. I still love them, even though they're real old and I'm not that age anymore. I still love them.
Yeah, every time they're on TV, you seem to find them and you tell me, these are still really good. I really like these.
Chris, number 1.
3,
I'm getting
2,
you the intro.
1.
Number 1. Oh, we just broke the radio.
Yeah.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
We did it.
Yay! We got there in the end.
My favorite Star Wars movie is, Star Wars fans are going to think I'm an idiot, Force Awakens.
Yeah.
I think it's the best one.
You're right about part of that. Star Wars fans are going to think you're an
It
idiot.
changes my
But not for
thoughts.
that.
Yours Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, I think so.
Obviously.
I
I think Force Awakens is a perfect movie.
it's
I know.
but then the Last Jedi is even better.
No, it's not better.
You said what?
No, I don't think Last Jedi is better than Force Awakens.
It's your favorite, but it's not.
No, I didn't say but. No, a lot of people think it's not the best. No, I said
Yeah,
Force Awakens, right?
Yeah.
But then you said didn't you say your favorite was the Last Jedi?
Oh, I meant to say your favorite was Empire Strikes
You
Back.
said that after I thought you said. I'm probably
screwed
wrong,
up
but
something.
boy.
Which one's your favorite, Phil?
Force Awakens.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And then yours is Empire Strikes Back.
Yes.
I must have screwed up talking.
Yeah. No. The idiot thing I thought was because you were saying. I just assumed yours was Last Jedi because you're an idiot.
Yeah.
So
That's my
I want
fourth favorite.
I want to
like it a lot.
mention Indiana Jones because I only really
Yeah.
like one of the movies a whole lot, but as a franchise idea, it's just awesome.
That would be my number 11, probably.
Phil,
You know what's up?
I have a quick trivia for you.
Oh, I'm ready for quick.
Nice.
First of all, how many Three Ninjas movies were there?
Oh, 4.
Yes.
All right.
Second, how many Ernest movies were there?
Movies,
Yeah.
6?
No, 5.
Oh.
Name them.
Ernest goes to jail. Ernest
Yes.
goes to camp.
Yes.
Ernest scared stupid.
Yes.
Ernest plays basketball?
No.
There's a basketball one.
Yes, I think so, but it's not. It's not strictly a basketball.
Ernest
one.
slams dunk. There's
No, slams
also
dunks.
it's like Ernest goes to Africa, right?
I don't know. I mean, that's not the name of one.
Oh, maybe it's a straight. There might be straight to video ones or something that don't count.
Maybe this goes
Ernest
to 93.
Saves Christmas.
Yes.
Oh yeah, there
You
were.
already did that one, right?
No,
Oh.
Okay, then good.
did I get them all?
No, you have one more.
It's not like Slam Dunk Ernest or something like that.
No.
Ernest and the
No.
Globetrotters.
No.
I said Ernest.
I don't remember which-
scared stupid.
Yeah, you did.
What am I forgetting?
The 1993 one.
Oh, you need to
It's
tell me.
called Ernest Rides Again.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's all.
I feel like there's maybe. All right.
My 4 honorable mentions are Rocky, The Stepfather. Those are really good movies, and they're really
Stepfather?
bad.
I don't-
Yeah,
okay.
they're like maybe even
All right.
TV. Jaws and Scream.
Okay.
Okay. Nice. I like Scream. And Jaws
Rocky,
is
like some of them are awful, but some of them are great.
Ernest Goes to Africa. 1997 direct to video.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm gonna look at the Ernest basketball one. I have a quick. We have 2 minutes. I'm gonna give you guys a quick trivia.
You have to choose between
Ernest,
trivia and...
Slam Dunk Ernest. There we
Okay.
go. And Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's
Okay,
in
good
it. And this Ernest Goes to School also.
You just beat my trivia.
Quick. I'm gonna say a movie. You have to tell me it's a movie filmed in Petaluma. Part of it filmed in Petaluma. Part of it takes place in outer space or another planet, or both.
Okay.
Ooh,
Peggy Sue Got Married.
Paloma.
Yes.
Just up the street. Abbott and Costello Go to Mars.
Space.
Yes. Inventing the Abbotts.
Both?
No, it's
Petaluma.
Petaluma. Explorers.
Ooh.
Oh.
Both.
I didn't know that was Petaluma.
I think
forgot
they
about that.
fly above Petaluma.
That's from when you
so-
guys were kids, right?
Yep.
That's an awesome movie.
First Men in the Moon.
Both. Space.
Yep. Basic Instinct. They
Petaluma.
filmed-
'Cause it
they
can't
had-
be space.
They filmed some in Petaluma, yeah. Journey to the Seventh Planet.
Space.
Good job. 3 left. Lost in Space.
Space.
Yet. Cujo.
Petaluma.
Yep. Pleasantville.
Petaluma.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
They had like one
Okay.
scene, I think, in Petaluma.
Ah,
Jenna Fisher was in Pleasantville.
Oh yeah.
One of her first, I think it was her first movie.
Huh.
She's an extra, I
I
think.
haven't seen it in a while.
I've never seen it.
Good for you.
I refuse to see movies that take place in the place where I live. Or not take place, but film in the place I live. I like to keep the I don't want
Business
to
and
lift the curtain.
politics
I want to
separate.
see. I want the magic to stay real.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for listening to us talk about movies and war and books.
That's
Next
something we
week
do a lot.
we're going to talk about some other things. Probably
Brothers.
probably less
That's
war,
pretty
maybe movies again. I doubt we'll bring up books again. That's like once every 3 months we'll bring up books. But thanks for listening. This is Let's Make a List. Please stick around. From 3 to 5 is Full Circle Sessions with DJ Saeed here on KPCA LP, Petaluma, California, 103.3 FM, and online at kpca.fm. And I have 10 seconds. I want to announce KPCA Presents, first ever KPCA Presents concert at the Phoenix Theater, June 30th. Go to thephoenixtheater.com to find out more information about that. Yep, take care, and please stick around for DJ Saeed.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.